Hi, I'm Chintani Karunaratna from Brilliant Ways English Language Center. Today I'm going to give you some important tips on IELTS reading test. These tips are relevant to both academic and general modules of IELTS. So let's go ahead. I could safely say that IELTS reading is a vocabulary test. Why do I say so? Because uh, you need to have a rich vocabulary to be able to be successful or to score or to get a higher band score at IELTS reading test. Why? Because they use synonyms, not the same words. Um, what do you mean by that? You have to look for synonyms but not the same words. What do you mean by this? Okay, let's have a look at an example so that you will understand it better. So this is one of the questions which appeared in a past paper. That means in a um, in an IELTS, real IELTS test, you had this sentence and you were supposed to find out whether this was true or not, whether the statement is true or not. Okay, now you read the question and you try to locate the same sentence in the paragraph given. You are not going to be successful. Why? Because they don't use the same words in the question and the paragraph or whatever text they have given. Okay, so instead of using the same words, they had this sentence in the paragraph. The majority of males use automobiles to get to their work. So you see, it's very different. Most has become majority, and drive, instead of drive they have used the verb use, and cars, automobiles, and instead of work, jobs. So you see, that is a very big difference. uh, this means you write the same sentence. That means you get the meaning of that sentence and you write it in some other words. Other words in the sense similar words, synonyms. Synonyms. Um, right. So they have exactly the same meaning. They are not just similar, but they mean the same. So when you write a sentence or a paragraph, you um, get the gist out of it. And you write the sentence again, the paragraph again, using synonyms. That is called paraphrasing. So now we can say that IELTS reading test is based on synonyms and paraphrasing. If you just want to make, I just want to make it clearer to you. Now, this sentence, the first sentence, most men drive cars to work. So, that sentence has been paraphrased in the second one. So instead of the words that appear in the first sentence, not similar, synonyms have been used. The words that mean the same as the earlier words. So the meaning has not at all changed. The meaning remains the same, but the gist or the idea is the same. So that is called paraphrasing. So IELTS is about vocabulary and paraphrasing. That's why you definitely need to improve those two skills to be able to score high at IELTS reading test. Right. Now we are moving towards the next tip. So You know that IELTS question papers, reading question papers are uh, comprised of 3 sections. So you're not going to read all at once. You would select one section, possibly section 1. So as you just get that, so what are you going to do? What is the first thing that you have to do? Yes, you have to read the instructions first. You have to read the instructions first before doing anything else. Because if you don't know the instructions, it's just like you are going on a trip, or like you don't know where to go. So that's going to uh, drive you crazy. So please don't do that mistake. You have to read the instructions very carefully before anything else. That is the most important thing. After doing this, what should you do? Should you read the paragraph first, or should you read the questions first? Paragraph or the questions? Which should you read first? Okay, you should read the questions first. Why? Now you can see a beautiful picture here. There is a beautiful and adorable cuddly bear. That's a cuddly koala bear on the tree. But let's forget about that cuddly koala bear right now and focus our attention on the forest. Imagine you go to this forest to find out some tree. Actually, let's say some fruit. You go there, you roam around the forest, and you try to remember every tree that you uh, see in the forest, at least every fruit tree that you see in the forest, right? Then you return somewhere, you come out of the forest just to find out what you should look for. Maybe it's written down on something, you know, or you have to ask someone what they want you to find out, something like that. So after coming, you just first you just roam around the forest, spend a lot of time there, and come out of the forest, and then get to know what you have to look for, and then you go to the forest once again. Maybe you can remember where that particular tree was, maybe you can't remember that, so it is the wastage of time. But instead, if you first found out what you should look for, what you are supposed to look for, then you are going to be more efficient. You see, in this case, you have to find out some olive fruit. Okay, so first you get to know what you want, and then you go to the forest. So as soon as you locate the first olive tree, and if it has some fruit in it, no problem, you can just pluck some of the fruit and return. So it's going to be very much quicker, you see. So we can apply this scenario to our IELTS test, reading test. Why? Because if you read the questions first, then you know what you are supposed to look for in the paragraph. You're not blind, you know what you want to look for. So that is the best possible method. So read the questions first and then move to the paragraph or whatever text they have given you. Okay. Next tip. When they say find out the answers from the text, they truly mean that, because IELTS is not a general knowledge test. IELTS is not a general knowledge test. That I repeat. Why? Because you may have some idea. So you may just write or you just tick or whatever, select the answer just from your general knowledge without reading the paragraph. So you're more likely to be wrong. Why? Because what they need is to, what they need to do, or what they need us, or what they test is whether we are able to read a particular text and understand it and extract the necessary information from that text correctly. So that is what they want us to do. That is what they look for. Okay, therefore, please refer to the text and find the answers. Do not write the answers from your general knowledge. Maybe at the last moment, if you have no option, maybe without leaving that question blank, then of course you can select an answer which you think is correct. But that is the last option. Okay, that is the last resolution. That is what you should do at the end. Okay, right. Another important tip is that you should not use more words than advised. So you should write only the number of words that they require you to write. When they say 3 words, not a single letter more than that, not a single word more than 3 words. When they say 2 words and or a number, so your answer may have 2 words only or 2 words and a number, 2 words plus a number. So that is how it goes. If you write an excessive number of words that they have required you to write, you are definitely going to lose marks for that. So don't do that mistake. And remember, numerals are regarded as single words. Also, hyphenated words, just like the word here, lawyer to be. So that is regarded as a single word. So hyphenated words are regarded as single words. So once again, I'm stressing on this over and over and over and over again. Read the questions first, not the paragraph or the text. Okay, read the questions first. Okay, so this lesson was brought to you by Brilliant Bees English Language Center. So we do train people for IELTS exams, and if you're interested in learning with us, you may join. You may call us by dialing the number note 7799666632. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much for watching.